is Julie with Craft with Julie, and welcome to my December Makers with Heart collaboration video. This month we are showcasing Close to My Heart's brand new colors along with the Smile Big stamp set. So each one of us chose a different color to showcase. These are Close to My Heart's newest colors that came out a few months ago. So there is Shortbread, Mocha, Papaya, Mulberry, Capri, Rosemary, and I am highlighting Harbour today, which is an awesome color that seems to go with everything. So it's definitely one you'll want in your stash. The stamp set is called Smile Big, and this is Close to My Heart's Operation Smile stamp set. A part of the proceeds from the stamp set goes directly to Operation Smile, which is a nonprofit organization that provides surgeries to repair cleft palates for children all around the world. So let's go ahead and get started with our project today. I'm going to be showing you how to create this card right here. So when I was looking through our idea book, I was trying to find some pattern paper that had Harbour in it. The one paper packet that does feature Harbour is the As You Grow, which is in our core book. And so I went and looked at the patterns, and they didn't have just Harbour because I wanted it to be all about Harbour. And so I went through the Picture My Life cards and I found these patterns right here. So yep, there we go. So there's quite a few Picture My Life cards that just had the Harbour color featured on it, plus the white. So I pulled these out and I cut them down for my card. I also wanted to showcase the core or the white core. So I grabbed, where is it? Right here. This is the Floral Lace Embossing folder. So I just embossed a piece of Harbour in this embossing folder, and of course I grabbed my ink, and I think that was all the different things we had in Harbour. There's also glitter paper, which I didn't have at the time, so I didn't include it, but there is some glitter paper. So what I did was I came to my Make It From Your Heart idea book. So I wanted to showcase all those different patterns and the light and the dark of the Harbour. So I found this pattern right here, pattern 15, that gave me 5 different opportunities to show the different papers. So that is where I got my ideas from that book. So let me bring in the pieces. I'll set that aside. So I cut them down to what the idea book said, and I just laid them out. So I have the dark side of Harbour, of course that Picture My Life card. This is the floral design embossing, and then the other Picture My Life card, and then I'm going to be using the light side of Harbour because Close to My Heart's cardstock has 2 different sides, so I'm using the dark and the light to showcase both of them. And then on this piece right here, I've already embossed it. So if you can see that, and I'm going to just grab some sandpaper. I'm actually going to have a little scratch piece of paper because I don't want to scratch up my mat. And I'm just going to lightly go over that. With the sandpaper. This is a block that we had from a long time ago, and I just have kept it around. You can use any sandpapering tool, and you can see that it just brings out that pattern and the white core, just giving it such a fun look. So you can do as much or as little as you would like. You see how that white came through? Isn't that pretty? Okay. So now we can assemble the front of this card, and I'm just going to line this up so I kind of know where they're going to go, and leaving kind of a white edge around. So I'm using the dark side of Harbour right here. That sand, the sanding kind of gets gets everywhere. Makes a little bit of a mess, but it is a really cool effect, and you can do that on any of the colors from Close to My Heart. Okay, and then the last pattern is right there. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp a little bit on this piece. I wanted some hearts because it's kind of about the sentiment is you make my heart smile, and I just happen to have this one on my desk because I've been playing with it. It's Deck the Palms stamp set, and there's 2 hearts in this set, so I just used those because of course they're just sitting there, and I lined them up on my block, and I actually want to use this foam piece because they're solid. So this is the Harbour light side, and I chose to use a light side so this Harbour ink would show a little bit better. I'm just going to stamp those 2 hearts right there. So can you see that? How the tone on tone? So many different looks with just one color and one ink color. Okay, so now we're going to stamp the sentiment, and I cut out a stitch circle. I believe the stitch circle is discontinued, so you could just do a regular circle, but I like the little stitch detailing. And we're going to use the same color Harbour and use the sentiment, you make my heart smile. This set has a lot of different sentiments on it. It has I treasure your smile, keep smiling because life is beautiful, you still wear the smile you gave me, be the reason someone smiles today, all kinds of, there's even more than that. So it's just a really great set, and of course it benefits Operation Smile, so even better. Okay, so now we can add these 2 to our card. Bring those in, and I'm going to just put this straight across like the pattern said. So it took a lot of thinking out of creating this just by using that pattern out of the idea book. I'm going to pop this up with a 3D foam, and this is the thin 3D foam, and I like to use that with the cards just so it doesn't add too much bulk. Add that right there, and then let's add a little bit of bling. So I pulled out the white acrylic hearts. There's all different kinds of patterns and different types. There's like these swishy ones, thought bubble ones, and they're all thin, if you can see that. So they don't they're not very bulky, so they're easy to mail. And I chose this little guy to go along with the other 2 hearts that I stamped. I'm just use some liquid glue and stick it on there. And it will dry clear, so I'm not too worried about that. And then I wanted to add a little bit more, so I grabbed my silver embossing thread, or embellishing thread, and I'm just going to loop it a couple times around my fingers. And there's my scissors. So you have these fun little loops, and you just attach it to your glue dot. And you can use a piercing tool, or I have my scissors, so I'm just going to grab that right off of that carrier sheet, and then I'm just going to slip this right underneath, and then you can play with it a little bit to get it to how you want your loops to go. Okay, and there you go. Super cute card, all in the Harbour color. So let me grab this one too. So fun. I loved how this one turned out. So make sure, my Maker with Heart friends will be posting new videos this week showcasing all of the different colors that I showed you earlier. So make sure to come back and check out their creations with all the new colors. And I will also add links in the description and a playlist at the end of this video. So thanks so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you next time. Thanks, bye.